Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss a man who found bottles of Prohibition-era whiskey on a beach in New Jersey. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Steinkamp and Lenny Eckstein.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey!
Yo.
Hey, so yeah, interesting story. A guy finds 11 bottles of Prohibition-era whiskey washed up on a beach in New Jersey. We'll talk about that and what we think that means. No one's tasted it yet. What we think might be the taste going on there. I'm sure it's not a good situation. But yeah, and the fact that the first thing he does is goes to the media. It's all interesting all around. Lots of points where angles we can go in terms of discussing this. We'll get to that after the break. For right now, though, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, so last weekend, a friend stayed over, and then Sunday morning, they're like, "Where's your coffee maker?" I'm like, "I literally don't own one. Don't own a coffee maker. Don't own a Keurig." I'm like, I don't drink coffee. I also hate shit on my countertops. Why would I have one? So it got me thinking, this is a very normal thing that people have and expect you to have in your home. And I have never made a pot of coffee in my life. Don't even know where to start. I know there's water and things that go in it.
Pretty simple.
I have no interest. I don't care to learn.
Sure.
I don't own one. But it made me think, I'm like, what's a normal thing you guys have never done as an adult? Don't own as an adult.
Okay. This is actually a good question. Yes. Yeah.
Wait, can I clarify real quick, McNew? I'm sorry, this doesn't answer the question, but did you say, do you not drink coffee at all?
I don't like hot.
You've never had? Okay.
I will get like an iced coffee like every 3 to 4 months if it strikes
Okay.
me, but I like a lot of caramel and a lot of bullshit. I got to go to like Dunkin' or Starbucks.
You and my kid.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Fair. I get it. Thanks. Sorry for the interruption.
So McNew, I'm the same. Don't drink coffee. Don't like it. I love the smell of it. I think I should be a coffee drinker. I think there's probably something palate-wise that I would like about it, but just never got into it. Never have. Don't drink it. Don't like it. We don't. Brandy, my wife's the same way. So we don't. I've never made a pot of coffee either. So
I don't feel so weird now.
When we have company, I go downstairs in the basement and I get the Keurig off the shelf and bring it upstairs and plug it in. And then we got to look, all right, how old are these little Keurig things? We got to go buy some more.
Keurig or something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we do it.
I'm a coffee fan, but that's the bane of my existence. I hate Keurigs, but
is it not good?
Oh yeah, no, the hell no, it's not good. No, it's bad.
You're right.
It's like, would you prefer I prepared you this meal fresh and cooked it in the oven and the stove, or I can microwave it for you? What do you think is better, Steinkamp?
Well, I want it prepared fresh. The other part of this would be, have you ever had
Keurig's the microwave of coffee.
Cocktails from one of those cocktail machines?
Oh God, no! I don't even want to try it. No.
Oh yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
Sour mix, and I hate sour mix in anything. Like
Right.
I choose
I hate sour mix too.
restaurants about like who makes real margaritas and who uses sour mix. I have X'd them off. I don't care how good the food is. They're using sour mix. We're not going.
Sour mix should be just eliminated. Get rid of it.
Outlawed.
Executive order. Boom. Sour mix gone.
All right, now I'm gonna go buy a coffee pot before I have company again, I guess.
Oh,
no, it's
nice.
not even. It was not even a thought in my head, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I mean, there's like a Starbucks or a Dunkin' like 5 minutes away. You could even fucking go to McDonald's. I don't know what to tell you. It's not here.
Right.
French press is always a good move.
Oh yeah, French press is good.
Even if it's not ground properly to the French press, you can still use final grinds and get away with it. It's crowd pleaser.
Crowd pleaser, yes.
Yes, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Lenny, is there any sort of I don't know, kitchen item that you have never had or used?
Sort of, and this is a weird one. It's kind of so. It's not a kitchen item per se, at all.
Okay.
But recently this happened, and it's probably happened like 30 times in my adult life. When one is invited over to someone's house and they say, "Just make something and bring it over." I'm crippled with like, no, I can't do that. And it's not that I can't make food. I cook constantly, but I don't make food that you could bring to someone's house. Like, what am I gonna bring? Like salmon and rice? Like for 20? Like I can't. The notion of making something that people will take little portions of, I'm out. I don't do it. So I always just bring a bottle of Deer Hammer because it's easy and a cop out and somebody's happy. But yeah, I will not make food for a group.
Okay, group food, you're out.
Yeah, so you don't have a potluck food.
No,
yeah,
he doesn't do that.
I have like anxiety about it too.
Does not do that. No.
Yeah.
Okay. In terms of like kitchen things, one that I've never used, will never use, but is very popular these days is the air fryer. I have no interest in the air fryer.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, and we have one. The warden decides that we got to get one. She's used it maybe once. I don't know what the use for these things is.
Can't we just call it what it is? A small convection oven?
Yeah.
I feel like I would starve without my air fryer.
Really? No, it's
Your
horrible.
small convection oven.
My stove. I don't use my oven. I don't even like the microwave. The air fryer is where I'm at.
No.
So we have an air fryer, and I don't get it, right? Everybody's like, oh, you got an air fryer. They're so great. They're amazing. I'm like, no, it's just a little oven. It doesn't.
And people are
taste
cooking
like...
steaks in there, Steinkamp.
No,
what the hell?
You know what?
What the hell?
Here's...
New guy cooked hamburgers in there. If he could give me a burger that he said I cooked this in the air fryer, I'd throw it at him. It would be bouncing off his head.
Gotta give it a chance. So I like. There's no dishes. If you use the oven, there's a baking sheet, there's a pan. Got to throw that shit in the dishwasher. The air fryer, you can kind of like abuse a little bit. You don't got to clean that every time. It's a lazy person's dream. I like it.
So this is going to upset Lenny, but I put my sandwiches in there. That's what I use it for the most. I don't like a cold sandwich, so I like a warm sandwich. So I'll put my bread in there.
So you're warming it up without all the shit the microwave would do to it. So yeah.
So it's crispy, right?
Not
microwave that soggy hot.
I think you throw that away, get yourself a panini press, and you'll be a lot happier.
I agree. You're right. Well, you're right.
A press is good. A press makes a good sandwich, but it'll elevate your sandwich.
Why not a toaster oven?
No toaster.
Nobody wants a toaster oven.
Well, but what's the difference, really?
It's the same thing, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, why does it have to be this newfangled? Like, why do people have to say I air fried my cauliflower? Can you say you put your cauliflower in the small oven?
Fine, I get
you
that.
Didn't fry.
I don't like either one. I don't like a toaster oven, and I don't like an air fryer.
Okay.
But
yeah, I don't get it.
Big and bulky, they look stupid on your counters. The air fryer is kind of small and cute. I like the air fryer. It's more aesthetically pleasing to me, and it doesn't piss me off on my countertop.
Okay.
People are like, oh, you put chicken fingers.
Yeah.
You put chicken fingers in an air fryer. It's going to taste just like they went into oil. No, it doesn't.
It does. They're fine.
No, it doesn't.
They're perfectly fine.
What if you do an air fried Twinkie? Silence.
It would melt.
Disgusting.
No, they need an executive order. Get air fryers gone.
No.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you're caught using one, mandatory 10-year sentence.
Oh my god! Then you're gonna have to find somebody to buy all my meals out because that's how all I eat is from the air fryer.
Oh my god! And you're not
Equally is
cleaning
both the authority on bourbon and kitchen.
Well, but it makes sense. It makes sense for McNew, right? She's a single now, right? You got to make small. So you use the small oven. That's it. That's all she's doing, using a small oven.
And you don't, and it doesn't preheat like the big oven. You have to fucking preheat that shit. I'm too impatient. That pisses me.
Preheats in a minute.
The air fryer, you just shove it in, press a button, and it's
I go back to if I was in McNew's situation and I didn't want to use the regular, which I would use the regular oven, but I would go for the toaster oven then. And you can get a decent toaster oven that's going to be better than that air fryer. I don't understand the air fryer.
You know what I'll say in favor of McNew's argument, though? It's not like she's in the minority here. I mean,
oh
maybe
no!
Right. Oh yeah.
But I mean, in the world,
very popular. Very popular.
Yeah, she's like, we're the idiots, clearly.
Well,
I mean, yes, but we bought a nice air fryer, and I'm like, I just don't get it. It's not doing whatever. Maybe I don't know how to use it.
Never go by the masses either. Let's not forget Justin Bieber's popular, so you can't go by the masses for quality. Yeah.
He's not.
He is.
I think
check out. Somebody Google Justin Bieber's net worth right now and see. I mean, I think he's done fine. I think he's done an incredible career for a guy completely devoid of any talent whatsoever. I think he's done just fine.
Bold statement.
Yeah,
you can hate the air fryer all you want. I think
don't hate Bieber though.
Convenient appliance that's been made in the last century. So convenient. I love the air fryer.
Oh, you got to come on. Better than the George Foreman grill. Rest in peace, George.
I had a George Foreman grill. My first apartment ever had a George Foreman grill because still wasn't using the fucking oven. That's a pain in the ass to clean, and you did have to clean it every time, or it smelled weird. The air
Isn't
fryer
it also a panini press?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I don't want to. What am I going to do with the panini?
The panini press is awesome.
That's what I need. That's what I really need for my sandwiches.
There's a fucking Panera bread 5 minutes from me. Why would I make my own sandwich? No.
59 cents versus $12.50.
Yeah, the McNew logic is incredible. So yeah, why would I make that? Because it's delicious. Yeah. Yeah, God forbid. All right. On that note, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going to start. I've got Buzzard's Roost Kindred collaboration signed by Ethan Spalding, the former master distiller. I got some scoop today. Do you know who the current master distiller of Buzzard's Roost is?
Bronner.
Jason Bronner. Yeah,
look at that.
Bronner, master distiller. So let's see what we got here. Solid. Could be enough. Could be enough. Not great. I'm not gonna oversell this thing and say that was great, but it was decent. So we'll see what happens. Lenny's next.
All right. Well, I'm out in Maine, and I don't have the most expensive bourbon cabinet, but I do have some of my own. So I'm gonna slum it, and I've got some Deerhammer Hickory smoked corn whiskey.
Okay. Decent. Not as good as mine. Close. Not enough though.
Bullshit.
All right. Well, is it so much so that you feel egregious enough that you'd like to file an appeal?
Under normal circumstances, I'd say yes, but since I've been winning so hard tonight, I'll let this one slide.
We'll let it slide.
Okay, so if Tim's listening, no appeal has been made. So right now I have the lead. All right. He was given the option. He declined. So he can't come back later. Winning. Yeah. All right. McNew, what do you got?
I'm going to go some Basil Hayden Dark Rye.
Okay, there's our leader. That was good. Clean too. There was no squeak or slosh or anything like that. That's going to be tough to beat, Steinkamp, but give it your best.
Yep, I've got Peerless single barrel.
Nice.
Okay, not enough. Not enough. McNew wins. So cheers to McNew.
Cheers. McNew.
I also want to clarify. So say Lenny did file a formal appeal. That then would have been voided by McNew taking over the lead because So he wasn't to that level. So
gotcha.
Just to tidy things up for the audience.
Just to throw that.
Yeah,
good to know.
I'm sure they were all like wondering what would have happened if Lenny had done that. No, it would have been he didn't beat McNew clearly. So yeah, so we would have forgotten.
So Akeley, I know I'm going to sidetrack here for just a moment. I know that you and I are both fans of Survivor.
Yes.
Did you see it 2 weeks ago where it went tie?
Yes.
And then one person got to decide that was a whole, Yep.
Yeah, that was
Survivor fans know what I'm talking about. It was crazy.
It was crazy.
Huh.
Yep.
I didn't know that show's still on.
It's still on, yes. And if you're into it, it's still good. So yes,
That's
if
awesome.
you're not into it, I get it because it's been around a long time. You're
Yep.
like, that thing's still going. But that's like this show. I mean, I'm sure we've had people that have been listening, and then they, for whatever reason, get tired of it, and they're like, it's still going. You know, here we are 9 years into it. Yeah, they're like, that's not still going, right? The Bourbon Daily. Oh yes, it is. It's still
It's like
going.
Yeah.
McNew's air fryer.
Still here?
Yeah, yeah.
Akeley's the propst of bourbon.
I am. So, on that note, we'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about this guy that found these Prohibition era bottles on a beach, which is crazy, in New Jersey, also crazy. And we'll do that in just a few.
Cheers.
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 Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. Bumpers are unscripted, so go ahead. All right, he's got the Terminator glasses on for inspiration. Go ahead, here we go.
I'll be back. I'm not good at that, Steve. Come on.
And you're listening to The Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about a guy that found 11 bottles of Prohibition-era whiskey on a New Jersey beach.
Yes, we did. So this guy's out walking around on the beach, and he comes across these 11 bottles. And as they research it, they're like, these are Prohibition-era bottles, so there's certainly some value and some interest in them. He hasn't tried them yet. He's looking for the right person to crack one of those open with. I'm sure if a Fred Minnick reached out, he'd be like, yeah, let's try this, Fred. But as of the time that this was published, he had not opened any of them yet. And it's interesting. And it also begs the question, if you ever find a bounty of loot, do you tell anybody? Because now there's tax implications, right? I mean, I'm sure that, that those are very valuable bottles, and the government's watching, like, oh, interesting. So let's see if he claims that on his taxes.
I'm not saying a damn.
I'm not saying shit. I'm just going to take that home. And
nice. Though. Seems like a nice guy because he was like, yeah, no, I'm going to give them to some of my friends. It seems like he was also in the Coast Guard. He wasn't on duty when he found these, but he's like, yeah, I want to share them with my Coast Guard buddies because they're going to appreciate it. I don't want to just hoard them in my garage. Like, it was a good article, and I think he's a nice guy, and he has the right mentality of like, yes, I found these. I'm going to share them with people that might appreciate it, whether it sucks or not. We don't know the quality of it, but they look like cute bottles. I liked the design on them.
Yeah, the bottles are cool looking for sure. I would definitely crack one open and taste it. I mean, but
Immediately.
Yeah, exactly.
Right there on the beach.
What's he waiting for?
Yeah,
Right.
what wait for?
Yeah. And you've got 11, so even if you're like, well, I want to save one because it's collectible, or I mean, you can do a bunch of stuff with that. You can, first of all, I'd taste it and drink it and see what it's at. And if it's good, I'd do some cool things with it. Give it to some friends, or there's probably a museum that might be like the Fraser Museum might be interested.
Right. I don't think I would have went to the media. Like, why does the media know about this? I would have told some very close friends and be like, hey, let's get together Saturday and drink this, try it, see what it's about. I'm not trying to get taxed for some shit I found. I don't tell anybody you got this from me.
That's a good point. Like, I would, like, if you put yourself in his shoes, do you think, I don't know if the guy did, but what do you call, like, 9 News? And you're like, hey, got a story for you. I found this whiskey. Like, that seems ridiculous. I would never do that.
Right. I would assume that's how it goes down, though. Yeah.
Maybe he needs better friends. Maybe he told a friend and like, hey, got a story. My friend found these bottles. Okay, we're not friends no more. Stop telling my business.
Yeah,
right.
That's like when you go to a restaurant and somebody's like, just so you know, it's their birthday tonight.
Right. Yeah.
You don't do that.
No, because you don't want to make a production out of it. Yeah.
No, it's like the people that win the lottery and wear a mask on TV. I don't blame them one bit. You don't know in this.
Yeah.
So digging down on the taxes of this, I'm not a tax expert. I'm required to say that. My financial advising firm doesn't like it when I don't say that. So I'm not a tax expert, but I did some quick Google searching. The value of that now counts as regular income to him.
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And Prohibition era is valuable. Again, I don't know about
fair market value, right?
So it's going to be high. I mean, yeah.
Even if it's from Montreal, which I believe it is.
Yeah, he found it in the U.S.
He found it in the U.S., so he's going to be hit with that. So it sucks that something you just find that you literally would have no tax consequences if you just grab it and head home with it, but you decide you got to be on the news. That's a very expensive phone call that you made there.
It is. That's a choice, like fame over fortune. Always be anonymous. Don't tell anybody.
And from what I heard, technically, his dog found it.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't know if that has any tax implication.
Well, the dog tax the dog. The dog's doing time for tax evasion. Yeah.
Is anybody else as jaded as me calling BS on this whole thing and thinking it's a publicity stunt of we're going to find out
maybe
a month from now that
maybe.
No, it's this company and they're re-releasing this whiskey and
good angle.
11 bottles that are still sealed that weren't broken and
they're paper bottles.
Yeah, on a beach in New Jersey.
And he went to the media and I don't want to open it. I don't know. I'm just so jaded on stuff like this that I'm just like
I agree with you. It's probably fake. But it's to me not necessarily a publicity stunt to generate for some sort of business. I bet it's just like a person who goes on and says they saw Bigfoot. There's people who just want to be on the news.
Whoa. What? That's not.
No,
come on now.
It's also
no need to get political.
They'll find cocaine on a beach in Miami and be like, "Oh, I turned it into the authorities." No, go find your cousin's sketchiest cousin, not related to you, and make some fucking money.
Oh my God.
No,
no, I'm not getting
that one. I'm calling the cops on.
I'm not getting caught up in that one. I am calling the cops.
No.
I don't have to put that on my taxes because I'm not taking it.
I'm calling the cops on that one.
No.
Holy crap! No, McNew. No, stop.
So, okay, this came up, and this is just a repeat of a topic on the Bourbon Daily, and those of you that listen in this group have heard it. But Becca gets in the back of an Uber, and as she sits down, slides across the seat to sit down, she finds in a rubber band about $1,000, and it's got an ID in there, that type of thing. And she takes that $1,000-ish. Again, she didn't count it, but it was a lot of money. Big stack in a rubber band, and she handed it to the Uber driver and said, "Hey, this was here." And he's like, "Oh, I know whose that is." To me, He didn't know how would he know whose that is, first of
I
all?
mean, I assume you know who's in your car all day.
Right. Exactly. So, 100% the Uber driver just kept that, right?
I'm sure he did, but I listened to that episode.
He might have been a
They
pimp.
were so hard on Becca, but I'm kind of with her because all I thought of the whole time was the movie No Country for Old Men, where he finds this suitcase of money and then gets hunted for sport. I wouldn't be trying to do that either, because if it's in a band, it's probably a drug dealer's money. Leave that alone. Turn that in. Make that somebody else's problem. I'm with her on this one. Not because I'm a good person, just because I don't want somebody dangerous coming up.
Okay.
But for different reasons.
Okay. Now, Becca has been down this path before. She's found money and kept it, and she said it haunted her for 15 years. But she feels like this is going to haunt her for, what she say, 40 years? I think.
Yeah, because nobody agreed with her. You guys were so mean.
Well, I mean, I think you take the money and you try to track it down, because she felt like there was a card or something like that in there, and you do your best to find it yourself. At least the person, whoever it is, man or woman, has a chance, because you're going to try to track it down if you can, if there is in fact an ID in there. If not, you know,
I'm going to sound like a bad person again, because the fact that it was left in an Uber, if it went missing and they tried to look for it, they're going to go after the Uber driver, not the next passengers. It's really going to not be her problem. But I'm still thinking No Country for Old Men, don't want to be hunted. Like, I'm not.
Okay.
That's a really good movie. I should probably watch that.
It's a really good movie.
But
First time I saw that movie, I'm telling you what, I sat on the edge of my chair because it was so intense.
it was.
I was wrapped up in it, where I was like nervous the whole time. I felt like I was being hunted, by Antoine Chigurh, the bad guy.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, that was wild.
He is so weird looking.
Yeah,
He's creepy, scary.
yeah.
Even when he's trying not to be.
If not in that role, he is a decent looking man when he's not playing a crazy person.
Right. But in that thing, he was super scary.
He was super scary.
That thing that he had,
the air gun, like the cattle air gun.
the cattle air gun. Yeah,
Insane.
Insane. Yeah.
All right, so here's my story related to this. 30 years ago, I come out. I was playing at a bar. It's 3 a.m. I'm loading up equipment, and there's a wallet laying there. I open the wallet. There's no cash in it.
Okay.
What do you do with that wallet? It's on the street, like a half a block away from the venue where I had to go get my band. What do you do with that wallet?
Turn it into the closest store. That's all I do. And I hand it to them where they don't know that there's no money in there, and be like, hey, I just found this outside your store. If someone comes to look for it, here you go. I don't want to take it and contact the person, because they'll think I stole the money, because I'm sure money was stolen out of there. I don't want them thinking I stole their money. So I would just drop it off at the nearest store without letting them open up the wallet, see there's no money in there or anything like that. At least it gives the person a chance to get back their ID. Because how important is that? You want to get your ID, you want to get their stuff.
Yeah, whatever else is in it.
Because there could be personal things in there, pictures of their kids, or whatever.
Yeah.
I took it back in the bar, but I was like, "Oh, I'm not dealing with this," because the guy's going to be, well, where's my money? There's $500 in there. And you need to, no, I didn't know. I was trying to be a nice guy. I didn't. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Sometimes, like, if I would want to turn it in and do the right thing. But if I saw there was no money in it, I probably would just like kicked it by a tree and been like, "That's none of my business."
Right.
I'd hide it further.
Yeah,
right.
That yes. Yeah.
Where do you stand on this, Lenny? What would you do, Lenny? You find a grand in the back of a Uber?
Well, see, it depends. Like where I live, which is obviously like not in a city. When I see something laying around, I don't like to move it, because maybe the person realized they left it there and they could find it. But if I move it, then they can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a big fan of like leave shit where it was.
Sure.
Also, I don't understand why people carry cash anymore. That seems crazy. I can't imagine $500 being in my pocket. Like you're trying to drive, it's like pushing you in the ass.
I believe we should all carry cash, and we should get rid of credit cards, and in general. I mean, for certain things to get gas at the gas station, yes. I think we need to go back to that.
I hate it. We even tried to institute
every transaction. The credit card's shaving 3% off of it. What does it? Every time? Well, yeah, but 10 transactions in, they're getting their 3.6%. What's that money worth? Versus if I just spent it in cash, and everyone who got that money spent it in cash.
Then I have to pay my employees to count it or somebody to count it. It's a headache.
Boy, what a pain. Yeah.
It can be stolen.
No, I do kind of like, I don't carry a lot of cash, but I don't think it's bad to have like,
it's part of my class of gaining a personal wealth. But I'll explain it to you in that. Well, that does cost money to go to that class. So, yes.
No, but I think just like having like cash, like $50 to $100 in case of an emergency. What if I'm out of town and my bank's like, hey, looks like fraud. And I'm like, no, that's me being an idiot. Like, I would like to know that I still have money.
McNew, I follow your logic there. Like, I'll keep like a $50 bill stashed in the truck because, like, one time I forgot my wallet and I went out to a restaurant. I was like, fuck, I do have enough to eat and get a drink though because I had that $50 bill.
Right.
Yeah, I always have some cash in the truck, but for that reason, McNew, I have 2 different cards from 2 different banks.
I do also, but it's kind of like just in case, like it's a little like you never know.
Hedging your bet, sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure. So there you go. Well, and anything else on the Prohibition era bottles found? I mean,
they did look like nice bottles. But
they look like nice bottles. Hopefully, you'll drink it and enjoy it. And
I'm calling BS on the whole thing.
Probably.
Yeah,
I think it's
almost
just
like bullet.
It seems like it.
They're not as tall, but they do look a lot like bottles.
I mean, it's just bullet.
Funny that it washed up on the Jersey Shore. Like, that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Well, they said they were dredging right out there in the ocean. They were dredging, and it got stirred up, and that's why it came in.
Interesting. Well, there you go. On that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Steinkamp, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me at investment-whiskey.com and also on Facebook and Instagram at Investment Whiskey.
All right, Lenny.
You can find me and the rest of Deerhammer on social media at Deerhammer, on the web at deerhammer.com, and you can come visit us in beautiful Buena Vista, Colorado, where we don't take cash.
All right. Terrible. Yeah. McNew.
I'm on Instagram at McNew ABV.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more, abvnetwork.com. Come by and see us. The ABV Barrel Shop. We've always got cool things going on. New barrel picks coming in. Great place to sit there and talk about whiskey. So check us out online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See y'all.
See you guys.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.